There. Hello, my friends, and welcome. I am Olaf Krieg, and this is the Triple Press, where every week we get together, we talk about the games, we talk about the matches, we talk about the pilots, and usually I have a mess of coaches with me, but tonight I only have one available for commentary and an interview. I am joined, of course, by the Countess Skylar Hawk and Davion, the owner, the manager, something of the Davion Golden Suns, who are one of four teams that have made it into the semifinals for the Trinity Cup Championship for the late 3022 season. Countess, Skylar, welcome. How are you doing today?
Good evening, Olaf. Always good to be here. Great to be back. Great to be back in the playoffs again with the Golden Suns, as everyone knew we would be.
I don't know if everyone is the right answer, but we'll go with what you have said. So, speaking of the four teams, we have the Golden Suns, and tonight they'll be facing the Sian Spirits, who had a rocky start at the beginning of the year, but have managed to turn themselves around. They've made it into the into the semifinals on a mere margin of just a couple of points. I had some notes detailing the exact number, but I lost them. I'm not the best host for a show, as it turns out. Don't tell anybody. Spoilers and stuff. But yes, the other teams, we have the Marik Industrialists, who come to the postseason with 6 wins and 1 loss. A loss, by the way, given to them by the Golden Suns. And of course, we have the Luthien Dragonborn, who come to us with a record of 4 wins and 3 losses, also having had a very rocky start at the beginning of the season, going 0-3 before the midseason, and then somehow turning it around. Some would say it's because of a special king crab. Others would say temerity and will to survive, or something like that. I don't know. Countess, how are we feeling about your chances tonight? Your first match in the finals, in the postseason, is against the Spirits, a team that's had a rocky history this year. What do you think?
Yes, well, they certainly had, a rocky beginning to the season, but, they have obviously proved themselves just, barely adequate to be able to make it into the postseason. But I believe this is just merely shall we say, a sort of slight detour before, the Suns make it into the finals where they belong. And I am confident of victory here. And you know, I think at this point probably the mechs are taking the field in the background type thing, and she probably like glances over at the screen or whatever and sees the lineup of the spirits coming out, and she focuses on the emperor, and she kind of what what is that? And she snaps her fingers at her guard, whatever, and he comes over and she bring me my comlink, and she brings it over, and she's looking on the comlink and typing furiously, and she's looking it up, looking at the mech, looking at the data, and she's like, oh, that's all right. Well, they gave me a little bit of a start there. The Emperor's certainly a unusual mech. You do not see very many of them, and that is an interesting choice. But I feel that given our lineup and what they have decided to put on the field for their last showing this season, I'm still confident in victory.
I think Olaf is actually laughing at that one, and probably not quite as loudly as I am. Not that I was very loud myself, but yeah, Olaf is like, yes, that is an emperor, and that emperor scored, I believe, 2, if not 3 kills in their final game last week against the Romoran opposition, a team that was rather definitively eliminated from any chances of making into the final playoffs. Yeah, so you have changed your own typical lineup. Usually we see an Atlas, but tonight we're looking at a King Crab coming out across the field. He actually points out at the monitor or the screens or what have you at the Atlas, or excuse me, at the King Crab as it, makes its pitifully slow way across the field.
Yes, we decided to change our lineup a little bit, and perhaps some viewing at home tonight during the stands would say that maybe this is a bit of us showing our hand before the final. But I just wanted to emphasize the amount of firepower that the Davians and the Golden Suns are able to bring to the field tonight, and just emphasis on why we are here.
Indeed, indeed. Well, friends, we are getting ready to start. Our two teams are lining up on the field into their initial starting positions. So let's go ahead and switch it over to the screen where we can see all the action. So, admin note, now that I'm basically out of character at this point, two things. One, foe, if you haven't already, go ahead and take a quick moment to review your pilots, their abilities, their edge, and their tactics. Make sure I have the correct information updated, and if not, for some strange reason, please make those changes now.
Yep. No, it looks good to me. You know, I've for the people at home, you know, I've put some points into my pilots, so I have a 2-2, a 3-3, and another 2-2. So definitely gotten some more experience here.
Yep. Of course, all teams had a chance to spend their experience points that they had accumulated since the midseason. One thing that we do need to do before I get going and before I forget is I'm actually trying to get to the sponsorship section. Here we go. So we need to do our end of regular season sponsorship. Now you'll have another opportunity if you make it into the finals, and I say if because let's be realistic, probably will, but the chance is not 100%.
Yeah. Well, the Emperor does have two large lasers on it.
It
and,
does.
You know, it does actually, believe it or not, have more armor than the King Crab.
Yes, it
So
can
it
be a
does not have
formidable mech. Let's not get that twisted.
Oh yeah. Just the out of character. You know, when I basically made a roll between the weeks where I could see the lineup for you know, what the Suns were going to I'm sorry, not the Suns, the Spirits were going to field for the gather intel. And I almost had like a little start, you know, because again, the Emperor's not a usual mecha you don't see a lot of. And
No.
you know, I had like a start there for a second, thinking this was like the Lost Tech version, which was have like
if it's
gosh,
Lost Tech, it probably has like an ER large.
Yeah, it's got. I think it either had like LBX 10 or whatever it is, or maybe it was Gauss rifles or something. Yeah, something a lot more firepower than it currently fields. Which I mean, not to sell it short or anything. It definitely has a good amount of firepower and stuff.
It actually has 200 more points of battle value than your King Crab.
Yeah. Yep.
Although that may have something to do with the pilot in it.
Yeah, it's also a slightly better pilot, but. Yep. But yeah, I mean, certainly, again, two large lasers is nothing to snub your nose at. It can definitely do quite a bit of damage from range.
And the heat management is actually pretty decent too. It's not great, but it's definitely not bad. Before we start the sponsorship, I do want to point out I apologize. I'm gonna try to mute myself when I can, but obviously it won't always work out. But I am still coughing a bit from the sickness I had last week. Hopefully I can catch most of it, but anyways. Also, last admin note for the viewers, for whatever reason Darius is currently not here this evening. I don't know what he's got going on, and he hasn't replied to any message I've sent him yet. Not terribly concerned. If I don't catch him tonight, I will catch him at some point this week to get him caught up, and presumably we shouldn't have anything disrupting us for conducting the finals next week. But of course, if it does, I will announce it on Twitter and Discord if there's any delays of that nature. Otherwise, next weekend at this time, we should be doing our finals match with the winners of either the Suns and the Spirits, or the Industrialists, or the Dragonborn. Foe, if you could please roll me 2d6. You have no additional bonuses on this particular roll. This is just to determine what kind of sponsorship opportunities are available.
Big 10.
Got a 10. That's not a bad number. Let's see. A 10 indicates that you do have sponsorships available. You have no additional modifiers to it. So at this time, go ahead and make a 3d6 roll. This will be just a straight 3d6, no additional modifiers. This will determine what type of sponsorship you actually get this time. You rolled a 12. Not bad. All right, so you get a +2 on your recruiting roll. So I'm going to go ahead and input that on your roster. +2 recruiting rolls. That will. Oh, god damn it! I forgot it does that. Gotta put an apostrophe in there if you don't start with a letter or something. Let's see. Starts end late 3022, and it will end the end of 3025, which will be our next actual broadcasted season, starting in a few weeks. Okay, and then real quick, I need to do the same thing for the spirits. So I'm going to roll 2d6 for them real quick. They also got a 10. No modifier on this roll. 3d6. And they also get a 12.
Look at 12.
That's disturbing in some ways. Okay. Let's see. Apostrophe +2. Oops. +2 recruiting. MWE. End late 3022. And I will end at the end of the 3025. Okay. All right. We got that updated. And then I believe that is it. So you are the home team tonight. So go ahead and select your starting edge. And
All right.
I need to bring these three mechs back to me and get rid of the bot. Because I'm going to actually be your opponent tonight. Configure bot settings. How do I... Oh, just remove the bot. There we go. All right, you're taking the north side, so I will take the south. I need... Whoops, not center. I need to go south, and then I need to double check the map because I did not check it beforehand. 21 by 21 generated. All right, when you're ready, please click done, and we will get the show on the road. I will be playing as the Sian Spirits tonight in order to give Foehammer a little bit more of a challenge as opposed to facing the bot. Of course, whichever team wins will advance to the finals, no matter who the player is. Ooh, we got a lot of.
This is interesting. I got a lot of water between me and the high ground in the middle.
Yeah, makes me wonder which way you're gonna start.
It's just like one little land bridge there.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna start him here.
Okay, back.
Of course, now I have one piece on the board, and I gotta wait for him to get at least one more piece on the board before I can deploy, because I thought we had simultaneous deployment on. Oh, I see you. What are we looking at? That's the Hunchback 4P. So we do have two different Hunchbacks in this match. We have his 4P, which is all medium lasers and a small, versus my 4H, which has the AC-10. So I'll be curious to see which one can outperform the other. But also other mitigating factors are involved, such as the fact that there's an Atlas, or excuse me, a King Crab, an Emperor, Firestarter, and some other mech. Oh, a Jenner, that's right. Excuse me. Alright, well, as you deploy your final piece there, foe, good luck on making it into the playoffs. And on a semi-related note, congratulations. I believe you are, at this point, basically locked in for the playoffs for the Blood Bowl season. Am I right?
Basically, yeah. I would have to lose my game against Dynamis by like a huge margin, like 5 points or more, which could happen going against a team with a gutter runner.
Would not be the first time somebody scored 5 points in a single game.
Yeah, but it would, well, that, and I would also need AP to win, and I would need the Coatls and the Outcast to tie. So
that seems like an awful lot of 3+ that need to be rolled in order to pull this off. I say that because of what happened at the end of my last match, and I'm not going to say anything more. If you want to know more, go to Grimdark Podcast YouTube and look up the Brew Bowl, I believe is what he calls it, the playlist there, and take a look at the Marauders game against the what is it, Glumhoff Guardians or something like that?
Yeah, the Guardians. Yep.
Look at that! I plugged Grimdark James's stuff on my own show. Which has no viewers at the moment. That's okay. We're recording. It'll go on YouTube later. Alright, here we go. The firing phase. Oh my. Well, sometimes you just gotta let loose. So, let's see. All right, let's see what happens. Let me grab my note-taking equipment so I can make sure I mark these mechs appropriately after this fire phase is resolved.
Yep.
On a side note, I've started rewriting some of the major sections of the rules that I need to rewrite to account for how 3025 season will be played, as well as some changes I want to make, especially to the wealth system. Because holy Christ, people are like, they got a lot of damn money. Alright, let's see. 9 missiles hit the fire starter. So the fire starter is at light damage. Let's see. Jenner takes a machine gun to the left leg, so Jenner is now also at light damage. Hunchback 4
Actually, it's funny. It took it to the head, but was re-rolled with edge.
Oh, did it? Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah. One machine gun to the leg, and then, all right. I'm sorry. Yeah, one machine gun, which originally was rolled to the head, but machine gun to the head. Yeah, but got re-rolled.
Oh, that's
to
gonna
the left
burn.
leg.
It's gonna burn some of that Jenner pilot's edge. All right, ready? Go ahead and click done. It looks like we've done some superficial damage initially, as expected.
Yep. One thing I just wanted to point out here was that you were in range of like everything for the fire starter, and I just like threw like a bunch of lasers at him. He had to hit on 11, didn't hit him.
Yeah, I needed 10s to hit with a lot of my stuff. I did the same thing with the Jenner because I was like, if I can manage to get a good hit in on the Jenner, I can take him out of the fight and not have to worry about him for the rest. Oh, looks like you get all the initiative, you motherfucker.
Yep.
Oh, that is not good for me. However, let's do that. And then I think we'll do the same thing with you. Nope, that's the wrong hex to go into. Go there, and then we'll go there. Can't do that. That's not helpful. Shit. You know what we can do is that. And then, fuck, we're already super hot. You know what? We'll just do this. And go for it, my friend. Let's see what you can pull off here. Because I have apparently learned how to use the terrain to my advantage. Although, to my advantage / can't do anything in response. Okay. Don't like your Jenner being in my Emperor's rear, but I have a bigger problem coming straight at me.
I mean, it is just a Jenner.
Let's see. Just a Jenner.
Hey, I told you, it's the Goblin lineman of Battletech.
You're not wrong.
Its purpose is to die.
Yeah. I may not have done that right. Hold on. I think I was hitting the wrong button when I was selecting my weapons to fire. Yeah. Ooh, that's dangerous, but whatever. Oh, dear lord. The Emperor's losing criticals already. Holy shit. That's not good for the spirits. Emperor's losing
rear
criticals.
right torso.
Yep. Heavy damage. Let's see what else we got. AC-10 hits the King Crab. King Crab is now at light damage. Let's see. Hunchback also hits with the AC-10, so that's helpful.
Ooh, both AC-20s
for the King Crab hit. Oh my god, that's rough.
0 armor on the right arm for the Emperor.
Ooh, a head hit as well, but it gets re-rolled. That's Jesus, man. Losing more criticals on that Emperor too.
Oh, that was with the large laser too. Could that destroy the head in one hit? I don't know.
Depends on
what armor is on.
It depends on the armor for the head.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Jenner is already light damage.
AC-20 certainly could, but.
Oh yeah. AC-10 probably, because the large laser only does 8. I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah, I'm just going through, just looking at the hits and stuff. But One thing I want to point out for the audience at home is just that this is really interesting with the King Crab and the Emperor taking a lot of damage, but the piloting skills are so high for these pilots that
Yeah, they're so good. They
yeah.
need to roll like basic numbers to get anything. All right, we do have a good option for a kick here.
Yep.
We got the left torso. I already got the general mark for light damage, so no biggie. Heat is up on the fire starter, the Jenner, and the King Crab. Those AC-20s run stupid hot. What are they, like 5, 6 heat each?
For the
6.
AC-20s, I think I was looking at. I think they're like 7.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I know the ballistic weapons do have a lot more heat because that's the counter to the fact that. Oh no, actually, I might have that wrong.
Now look, we're almost the opposite of what we were last
almost.
time.
My fire starter moves first.
Yep.
Well, the crab moves first, and then my fire starter.
Yeah. Well, first of your team, yeah.
But my fire starter is currently running a bit hot. It's starting fires by being hot,
Yeah.
not by using like flame jet throwers or whatever. Jet flamethrowers. There we go.
Yeah, and it's gonna have like limited movement then too.
Oh yeah. I probably have. In fact, I didn't look at it, but I probably had to make, or not make a roll, but I probably have like a -1 to hit or something like that too.
Yeah.
Or +1, whatever.
Do I want to do that? I think I'll just do that.
Okay. Yeah, my fire starter went from a 696 to a 585.
Yeah.
But I anticipated that. I need to get him out of the fight for at least one round. Let him cool off, otherwise he won't be useful to me.
Yeah.
He's no good to me if he's dead. Definitely looking forward to the format for next season, where we do basically a bunch of one-on-ones throughout a 2-week period. I'm looking forward to that working out, hopefully in our favor.
Yeah.
Stressing a little bit about trying to figure out which time slots I'm going to have opened up for people, but we'll make it work, I'm sure. I mean, what else are we going to do? Trying to get a couple more people involved. So if you're interested, viewer, in the future, I have a limited amount of time because I am expecting to start in the first week of August, which may or may not be the... I think at this point, because I was sick last week, I'm going to bump it a week. So I think the 6th of August will be week 1 of the new season. I'm going to take a 2-week break in between to get some rules revised and adjusted for the new format, adding the SPAs and some other stuff. Interesting move, but not a dumb one. Let's see. I think it's time to commit. Go big or go home. The Spirits have had a good season, so if it doesn't go well, it is what it is.
Right in its face. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's this is one of those times where you just you got to do it or you don't, you know? You're not really I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't have any emotional investment in the Spirits, but I think in this moment, like, what else are you going to do? You got to do something here.
Yep.
All right. Damn, his heat is high. His heat is going to be high, too. Going all in there. Let's see what happens. Either my mechs are going to suddenly explode in a gratuitous amount of fire and death, or I'm going to chip away a good chunk of your armor. We'll see.
My Jenner is running hot, pretty hot too.
My fire starter was already at heat sink capacity when he started the firing phase.
Yeah.
At heat 10.
And here's the Hunchback that's pretty much heat neutral with how many lasers?
God, 7. 7 medium lasers. Possibly 8. I don't remember now. I think it is 7 though.
6, 7, 8. Yeah.
No, you know
It's
what?
got
I think it's 7.
6
and
in
one
the right
additional.
torso and then 1 in
Yeah.
each arm. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, if you blow out that one torso, you basically neutralize that thing as a threat.
Yep. The life of any Hunchback.
Yep. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. Jenner is taking internal damage on a one shot. I'll take it. I'll take it. So that's moderate damage for the Jenner. Emperor takes a few hits. Oh my god, left leg and left arm, both. Well,
those are actually really great shots for places for the AC-20s to land.
Yeah,
left
really
arm
good
and
for the
left
Emperor.
leg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really good for the Emperor.
that could
King
have been
Crab
really
took
big
a head
if it hit
hit,
torso.
got re-rolled
Yeah.
to the right torso. Oops. I don't think we have anything new to add there. The Hunchback 4P is also taking internal damage now. Let's see.
Did destroy the armor on the Emperor.
Yeah. Let's see. Firestarter is taking internal, but
and that was your Hunchback. I'm reading the wrong Hunchback here.
Yep. Let's see. Firestarter, moderate for losing some internal, and then my Emperor, who's already taking critical slots, and we got 3 mechs making seatbelt checks, but they all pass because the goddamn piloting scores is so freaking low.
3, 3, and 2. Yeah. Although the Emperor
one almost didn't
barely
make
it. Actually, 2 of them.
Yeah, the Emperor, the 2 assaults almost. Yeah, they almost miffed it.
All right, physical attacks.
We already know what's gonna happen. Go ahead, just kick my mechs. You know you're gonna do it. Oh wow.
2 hit. To hit 200%.
Oh yeah, I had a 1 on my kick for the Emperor.
Yeah.
And a 3 for the Hunchback, I think.
Oh, actually.
So we're gonna see some shit. Whether or not anything big happens is a different story. Oh, let's see. Emperor is still standing. He had to take 2 because... Oh, don't tell me he fucking missed. Was kicked. Oh, 20 plus damage. Okay. Alright. Nothing changes as far as our battle tracking goes, but let's look at this real quick. King Crab takes 18 points of damage to the right leg and has 6 armor remaining. The Hunchback 4H kicks the 4P. It has 10 armor remaining in its right leg. Wow. 3 out of 4 hit locations were all right legs.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, and then I went for the punch for my Hunchback.
Oh,
and
you
it
did?
hit on the right torso.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to go for that headshot.
It probably would have been a right leg if it was a kick. Anyway, all right. So that's all of that. He is still up. The Hunchback 4H now at 9. The Jenner at 12. And the King Crab, your King Crab, well, it's the only King Crab on the field, is at 9 heat as well. So that's going to limit your movement options, which is helpful for me. I am 11% lower than you are.
Yeah.
In the battle value, so. And then initiative, your little guy and your big guy, then my little guy and big guy, and then the 2 Hunchbacks. Oh, I don't even know what round this is. What is this, like round 5?
I think it's like round 3 or 4.
Round 4. We just started round 4.
Yeah. Not a lot of good options for this
No.
Jenner.
Especially with your heat so high.
Yep.
I think... Well, I'm not going to tell you what to do, obviously, because you're smart enough and experienced enough in this game. But I do think jumping out and cooling off is the best option. That's exactly what happened with my Firestarter.
Oh, wait a minute. That's depth 2. Can the mech go into depth 2, or is it only depth 1?
It can go into depth 2, but if you've got breaches...
Yeah, I think I do. That's the problem.
Yeah, if you're taking internal damage in there, it'll there's a chance of it flooding it. I don't recall the exact mechanic. But mechs can enter, but it does take a PSR to go into, I believe, depth 1. I don't know if it triggers another one if you go lower. Trying to get that quick cool off, huh?
Yeah, well, I was thinking about it, but then I saw it was depth 2, and I remember I had some
breaches, some holes.
Breaches, yeah.
Especially in your legs.
Yeah.
All right.
Which, yeah, I did have breach in one of the legs. That would have been bad.
You know, I'm curious. I want to see. Nah. We're not going to do that. It's tempting. It's very, very tempting, but we're not going to do that. Oops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Promise I know what I'm doing with a mouse.
Oh.
Alright. Now, you did get it. You did probably do the best thing you could do with that hunchback. Or, excuse me, not the hunchback, the king crab.
Yep.
Damn. I forgot the Emperor only has a 3-5. Does have jump jets, I just noticed. Wow.
An
assault mech with jump jets. What a crazy idea.
I know. It's like a Highlander.
Except in this case, it'll be an Imperial burial.
Yep.
Let's see. Oop. Alright, we got some firings to do.
Yep.
Alright, I have committed my fire plan. Really hoping for some good numbers here.
Oh, here you go.
There goes the Jenner. Crippled. Doing what Jenners do best. Dying on the battlefield. That's not true.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what I wanted. Something big like that to happen to the Jenner. Okay. Oh, it's loses the whole right arm on the Emperor, but I think no, we gotta make the we already have it at heavy. And then the AC-20 hits the right arm, but that transfers to the right torso. There's not much left there. Let's see. AC-10 hits on the right leg. Armor destroyed. King Crab is taking internal. I don't know if I had that marked yet or not. I may have missed that. Oh no, now he's actually taking criticals, so that's a heavy damage for the King Crab.
All 3 of the lasers for your hunchback hit my hunchback in the right leg.
My hunchback was firing at your King Crab, my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But King you're right. But you're right.
Yeah, I meant to say. Yeah, I meant to say my King Crab. Yeah.
Sorry. My Emperor. Oh man, my Emperor took a hip hit. That's never good. My Emperor's already marked at heavy. That's okay.
Oh boy.
King Crab is down. Jenner is down. The Emperor is still standing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Please, at your leisure. Please continue.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mark pilot hits. Suzuki takes a hit, and that's it. Suzuki took a hit. Okay.
Yeah, because the other one.
Are you? I imagine you're going to withdraw your Jenner after this round. Because I want to get my kick in anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, why can't I kick with the Emperor onto the King Crab? Weird. Alright, whatever. Hunchback is still standing after its PSR, and my Hunchback takes 2 smacks to the knot face.
Yeah. Left torso and left arm.
I gotta ask, player to player, are you starting to rethink your decision about playing against a player and not the bot?
No, because No, because I think that was the right decision. I think it's only fair for everyone else in the
Okay.
tournament that King Crab goes first.
He's just gonna stand up. That's all he can
That's
do,
pretty much
basically.
all he can. Yeah.
And that might be a small challenge just because he's taking some leg crits. I'm down to 63%, and you're at, I believe, 64 or 68. So we still have a tight match going. It's
Yeah.
68% for you. It at this point, it's literally going to be one dice roll that makes a difference somewhere along the way in the next turn or two. I'm really curious why I wasn't able to do a kick with my Emperor against the King Crab, because he is in my front arc.
I don't know. You're gonna love this. Making a piloting check to stand up the King Crab needs a 3. Base piloting skill of 2 plus 1 for the right foot actuator destroyed.
And he got up.
Got
All right. Before I commit to this move, are you withdrawing the Jenner?
it.
Because it's my turn for the fire starter. If you're not, then I'm just gonna stay there and blast you.
Yeah.
If you are gonna withdraw, then I can go ahead and use them somewhere else. It's totally your call. I'm not trying to pressure you or nothing. I just
No. Honestly, I'm probably gonna do. I can't click. Oh, there we go. I was clicking on the wrong thing. Oh, the left leg is destroyed.
Mm-hmm. That's why I ask. Is getting up might be possible, but you're not gonna go very far, and you'll probably be down again soon.
Yeah. No, I think I'll basically do like the same thing that I did last match. Just try to keep it in one more round.
Okay.
I did risk the pilot last time, and I think she took a lot of damage from that. But
yeah,
I think that was really the turning point in that match. Trying to remember who that was against now, but that basically.
Oh, it was against.
I think it was against you, actually.
No, I think it was the Davion. Oh, I know what match you're talking about. But anyway, I've made.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'm gonna.
But no, I'm not gonna withdraw. I think I'm gonna try to keep it around for at least one more turn if I can.
Okay. I'll just stay in my current position. I actually got under a minute to figure out what I was gonna do. I started to feel the pressure of the clock. It was so weird. Let's see what you got over here. The Hunchback. Your Hunchback is looking a bit rough now.
Yeah.
I mean, not that my Emperor looks any freaking better. He's actually showing red for armor at this point.
I think that's actually bad. Not a lot of great movement options here.
Good. Okay. Interesting choice. Not a bad one either.
Well, just above the board, what I was thinking about doing was I wanted to try to get over to the left side of my King Crab to try to protect that arc there. But then I realized I was standing on a level 2 above a depth 2.
Yeah.
On the next hex, and I could just see you doing that Hunchback charge.
Oh, I definitely thought about it in the last
charge.
I thought about it in the last round. Also, the funny part is, in order to get that nice clean back shot, I'm exposing a kick to the back of my head, which I will not be doing. In fact, I think what I will do is that right there, and then this guy, he is just going to do that and weather the fire, as it were. It leaves it on your Jenner now.
Yep.
I shouldn't say this. I'm not gonna say this out loud. I'll wait until after I see it gray out or whatever.
Yeah, actually,
because I've had this particular scenario happen before.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you what it is until you've completed your move.
Yeah, I don't even think I can stand up. Honestly, it's showing 0 walk, 0 run.
In that case, yeah, you can't.
5 for jump. Yeah, I don't think I can get up. It's telling me. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I will say is this: I've seen it. I've had it happen where a mech tries to stand up, fails, and in the process of resolving the damage, takes an ammo critical, and then the mech dies.
Yeah. Well, at least for this, the ammo is in the arm, arms. So
yeah. But anyway,
yeah,
I think
because
I think your only option. I don't even think you can turn. I think you're stuck.
no,
in
I
that
can't
position.
turn. I don't think I can stand up or anything.
No.
Um,
It's probably because I don't know what your heat is. If your heat's up, which it probably is.
yeah, heat is 9, 10 is
Yeah.
capacity.
Yep.
So
That's
yeah,
why. That's why you don't even have
that's probably
the
why.
one
Yeah.
hip movement point.
Yep.
All
Yeah,
right.
so I basically can't do anything. All right.
Let's see. And then.
Just trying to get to some of those juicy
Those juicy critical spots.
critical slots for the
Yeah.
ammo on that Emperor.
Yeah, I hear you. Whatever you got to do to reduce that battle value below 25% so you can get the win.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even fire with the Jenner because it's prone on its left side. So.
Oh man. Yeah.
Oh, Bill.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, there it goes. Yep, yep.
Oh wow. Your pilot is so Suzuki
Blacked
took
out.
3
Yeah.
hits total. Your Jenner is destroyed. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, it got the ammo. Yeah, I was thinking the ammo for the ammo is in the right torso there. I was thinking of a different mech for some reason that had the ammo in the arms,
Wow,
but
you got 3 critical hits on my center torso that all rolled no effect.
yeah,
My
I see
Emperor
that.
pilot right now is going, whew, as all of its armor is literally ablated off by 2 AC-20 slugs. Oh my god.
Both to the center torso. Yeah,
Yeah, Jesus.
it's lucky that is still standing right now. Actually, it might not be.
know.
I haven't gotten down that far yet.
Let's see. 4H hits your. Oh, your. Did I mark your King Crab? Yep. Okay. Oh, there goes
Oh
the
boy,
Emperor.
there it goes. Yep, there it
destroyed
goes.
by ejection. Okay, so first things first, before I forget, the Firestarter pilot gets a kill for the Jenner.
Yep.
Who was that did that? That was your 4P gets the kill credit for the Emperor.
Yep.
That is points wise, that's bad. Because the assault is of course worth more. Matashov takes 2 total hits from the ammo explosion. Let's see. And then more stuff on the Emperor. The King Crab is fallen over. And the pilot takes damage.
Oh wow, yeah. King Crab falls. It actually rolled head.
Yeah.
It fell on its head.
That's
But
wild.
re-rolled to left arm. Yeah,
That's
that was
wild that it literally fell on its head. But
Which actually
look
kinda
what it
makes
took to
sense.
make it fall over though. You have to make 3 piloting rolls. One because of the leg or foot actuator, another for the hip, and another for 20 plus damage. You rolled your first roll, well, the one that you failed will go there. Right leg, foot actuator destroyed, hip actuator hit, leg or foot actuator hit, and the damage. Like, it took a lot because of our piloting rolls, or excuse me, our piloting skills. That, man, we had to do a lot. Remember the days when you had a pilot that was like, yeah, I'm just a regular 4 or 5, and I sneezed and I fell over.
Yeah. Actually, I don't understand this. I mean, we don't gotta spend too much time on it, but it says it fell on its left side, suffering 10 damage to the left torso. But then it also
transferred
says
it to the head?
but then takes head and then re-rolled with edge.
Oh, it had to re-roll the hit location because it takes it in 5-point clumps.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what it looks like based on it took 5 to the left torso.
Yeah.
Presumably it was about to take 5 more to the head.
It's a head, yeah.
I got re-rolled with edge.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay,
the crater for the Jenner.
Yeah.
As usual.
Yeah. And look at that King Crab at 11 freaking heat. Holy cow.
For the people at home, the Jenner got destroyed in the last match. I mean, that's just how it goes. The Jenner always dies every match. But I actually told Omar that if I couldn't repair it for some reason, I'll just buy a new one for the next.
Yeah,
match.
I think we actually did buy a new one, and you have an extra Jenner in your roster right now. Or Darius had a similar thought process with his spider, because his spider got messed up a bit last match too.
Yeah. Actually, the battle value is still relatively close.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you took a big.
points.
I was actually wondering if it was going to drop low enough with the destruction of the Emperor to
No,
bring it
unfortunately
below
not.
the threshold. But
well, because it was only the Emperor, and the other two mechs are still in decent condition.
Yeah, they both have like very little damage. So
yeah.
Now you're just going to gang up on that King Crab, hoping to knock it out.
There we go. That works. Yeah, my heat's a little high.
Oh, interesting. My pilot ejected into the water.
You better get her out of there before she drowns.
Yeah.
I mean, it won't happen, but
yeah,
it's never a good sign when you're like, pilot dies because they
Well, they're blacked out too. Actually, I think they will die because they're blacked out.
Yeah.
In water,
yeah, obviously the pilot's fine. You don't have to worry about that, but she won't be available next round.
No.
Let's see.
If there's a next round, you could still take me below that threshold, especially if you take down the King Crab. Yeah.
I absolutely can still win this for the spirits. I'm gonna laugh my ass off too, because that means.
And actually, I have 0 on everything.
Actually, hear this out. So the winner of this match will be the home team for the finals match, right? So if the Spirits win and the Mariks win, because they're both NPC teams technically, I have to play the home team, which means I will be playing as the Spirits going against what has otherwise been my team for the season.
Yep.
That is some shit. That is some shit to fuck with your head.
And actually, I cannot stand the King Crab up. I think it's probably because of the actuator damage and the heat.
Yep, it's all getting in the way.
Yep. I can't move it. I might still be able to fire though. But...
You should be able to fire. Can you turn?
No, I cannot turn.
So you have 0.
Probably because of the
heat.
Yeah, probably because of the heat and again probably the actuator damage. But, yeah.
Alrighty, well.
I kind of like where the Hunchback is at right now.
All right, here we go.
Hey, at least this will give the King Crab an opportunity to cool down here.
So they say. I mean, a dead mech is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
We stop talking shit before my rolls go completely against me.
Hey, you still have some juicy ammo in that Hunchback.
Ironically, I still have plenty of juicy ammo in the Firestarter as well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, critical hit on the AC-20 ammo.
Yep.
There must have been no ammo. Yeah, there was no ammo in there though. God damn it! It was a Firestarter that made it too, on a 12, needing a 10.
Wow, that's crazy.
Let's see. Hunchback is now at heavy damage. My Hunchback, that is.
Yeah.
For losing the arm. Got a head hit, but I got re-rolled.
Yeah.
Excuse me. My Hunchback is now going to be the damage sponge. And my Hunchback has fallen
Hunchback
over.
is down, yep.
Yeah, that sucks. On a 20-plus damage. Suzuki is still asleep. I wonder if she's just floating in the water.
The ejection seat had a little safe. Yeah, the ejection seat had the little safety flotation device, so it's just floating in the water, a little inner tube around her.
Yeah. She might as well have a cocktail in her hand and a sun umbrella for her face.
This is big.
Oh wow, 35 to 54%.
Yeah.
And
not only that, but the King Crab moves last. Yep.
Oh shit. That's gonna be something of a game changer. Now my Hunchback does move after yours, so maybe I could get some good positioning. Maybe. But I am prone. And that's going to eat up 2 movement points by itself, so... Speaking of...
This hunchback is just... My hunchback is just king of the hill up here. He's just staying right there.
Yep.
Lording over everyone.
Something like that. Alright, good.
Get up.
Yep. Alright, now... God, this is bad. I don't want to do this, but I kind of don't have a choice.
Yep.
Alright. Let's see what your King Crab can do.
Nothing, apparently. It's still 0 with the... Oh, because I fired the AC 20 and the large laser, I kept the heat high.
Oh, yeah. Yep, you're right.
Hoping to knock out your hunchback. Yep. So I can't do anything. And actually, I think you're out of my firing arc now because I can't turn. Yeah.
I may or may not have done that intentionally. All bullshit aside, I did not do that intentionally. I wanted to get to the backside, so I figured if I could get to the closer I can get to your backside, the better.
Yeah.
Lee. I do like these to hit numbers up for that hunchback on your King Crab. I am guaranteed to hit.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I am guaranteed to hit on your hunchback.
Oh, that's not fucking good for me. All those fucking lasers.
Fire.
Yep. Exactly.
Fire. You know, I can actually hit with the head laser. Fire. I don't think I've fired the head laser with a small laser any time the entire season that I've had this hunchback, and I just fired it now because it was a guaranteed hit. Yeah, and I can't do anything with the hunchback, or not the hunchback, the King Crab, because you're out of my firing arc. I can't turn or anything. So,
well, I got my fingers crossed here.
Yeah, hope you hit the ammo or something. Actually, what you really need to be hoping for is that LRM-15. I think I got 1 shot left of the AC-20. But the LRM-15
20-point kick.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. King Crab losing internals. We already have that marked.
Destroyed the right leg.
Ooh, there goes. Yep. So your King Crab is now
staying down. Yeah.
Let's see. Now here is what I need to freaking survive. Is
oh
7
boy! You took
medium
1,
lasers.
2, 3, 4 medium lasers to the center torso.
Yeah, I guess if there was any
1
place,
armor remaining.
And a head hit. Oh shit! Your head laser. Oh, yeah. Your head laser hit my head, you jackass.
That's hilarious.
Oh, man.
That is hilarious.
And then the fire starter just pours a bunch of shit on the King Crab. Let's see. And the hunchback is still standing.
Wow. Needs a 4, rolled a 4.
Yep.
Oh, here comes the kick phase. Kick him while they're down.
Absolutely. And there goes.
Oh, there he goes. That's the match.
Yeah. All right. So your pilot took 2 additional damage.
Yeah. And she blacked out too.
4 total hits.
Destroyed by pilot death.
Oh.
Killed the pilot.
Shit.
Wow.
And there's nothing I can't. The only thing you'll have is a 1d6 roll. On a 6, she manages to miraculously survive with 5 injuries.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's
that
my
one I can't.
Pilot.
Yeah, I can't prevent that outside of that roll.
And what's funny is it was on the ejection.
Yep, the ejection that was because of the ammo. Oh man.
Yep. Wow, that's big. And that probably was the match right there, because I think that's gonna, with 2 mechs down, I think it's gonna bring me below the threshold. But especially for how much that battle value that King Crab is worth. We'll see here. Yeah.
Someone needs to make a roll. They're still unconscious. That was the end phase.
Let's see what happened.
That was the end phase. I think we got another round.
Oh wow! Oh, look at that. 27-32.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Oh man, we got a dead pilot on the field. That's
yeah. Wow.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Are you moving last? I should have looked at that.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah. Let's see.
I didn't see either. I was just clicking through too fast.
Yeah, your hunchback moves last. Everybody else is a pilot on the ground.
Yep.
All right. So in that case, let's do this. And then One, two, okay, yep, there. Okay.
Yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have ejected that ammo. Yeah, certainly I should have at least ejected. I probably would have kept the AC-20, which is what blew up, but I probably should have ejected uh, the LRM ammo, but it doesn't matter now. Man, that
Yeah,
losing that pilot is big. I guess we'll see what the
that is a big loss because that was one of
yeah.
your pilots that you've been working up the entire season.
Yeah, she
And
was
she
my
was one of the better
2-2. Yeah.
pilots too, like across the league. She was a pretty good pilot. I know I
Yeah.
started in the beginning of the season, started keeping track of how many kills each pilot was getting, and she was consistently in the top 10-ish the whole way, at least initially, until I stopped doing it around mid-season because I forgot about it. But yeah, hopefully that 1d6 roll will bring her back, but it's not likely, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, going into the firing phase.
Yep. I just think it's hilarious that my head laser hit your
Yeah, that was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good. All right. Wonder what's gonna happen now, because your hunchback is in better shape than mine. I did manage to
and
hit
you got
everything.
ammo.
But my fire starter missed, so that's a problem. Oh shit! Crippled move right there, gyro.
Yep.
But I think he's still standing. I'll see in a moment.
Yeah.
I need to update my tracker here.
Oh wow. Barely standing, but yeah. Needs a 7, rolls a 7.
Yeah, and then needs a 7 and rolls an 11. So
Yeah.
holy shit. Well,
That gyro though, if you would have gone down, that gyro would have kept you down though.
Oh yeah, because that's hard. I think it gives you a +4 to stand back up.
Yeah. Oh, victory conditions
team
met.
1. Which one of us was team 1? I wasn't paying attention.
I think that was you. I think I was team 3.
All right, click
I think
done
you
for me
met.
so I could see. Yeah,
Yep,
you
Williams
lost.
team 1. Yeah.
You lost
Oh
24.7
wow.
to 29. Yep. That was brutal.
Yeah.
Let's see. Graveyard contains the King Crab, destroyed by the Hunchback 4H. And following utterly destroyed units are not available: the Jenner and the Emperor. So, I need you to roll 1d6 twice, once for the Jenner and once for your dead pilot. On a 6, they are, whichever one it is coming back. So make sure you declare which one you're rolling for when you roll it.
Okay, so I need to roll for the pilot, and what was the other one?
Your Jenner.
The Jenner?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just do this one for the pilot. This is the one I'm more concerned about.
Yeah, obviously.
Roll 1d6.
Oh shit, you
6.
nailed it. Oh wow.
All
right, so unfortunately Susarla will not be available next
well, I'm out, so yeah.
So she'll be fine by the time she comes back around. All right, and then one more for the Jenner that you're not as concerned about, which is a 4, so your Jenner is indeed gone.
Yep.
All right, so let's do some tallies here.
That was big. That was really big.
So first, the spirits get 3 points, and you get 1 point. Not that it matters as much. Let me see.
I just want to point out how close that final battle value was.
I told you it was going to come down to like, it's going to come down to one silly ass thing.
And that's all it took. Even though your
damn
Hunchback took the critical on the gyro, you must have done enough damage to my Hunchback to push it down below that threshold. So was it at 25? I think is the threshold.
25%, and we got you down to 24.7.
Just barely 24.7. Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and start doing some math and shit. Let me get this back up to the section I need, which is a little bit more. Right. Almost there. Right there. Okay. All right, so 3 points for winning and 1 point for losing. You did kill an assault, and it was destroyed, according to the final tally there. So that is 7 points for a utterly destroyed mech. So that gives you 8 points on the victory points. We did kill your King Crab.
Yep.
So that is an assault, so that's 4 points. We also utterly destroyed the Jenner, which is 2 points, and we have a slim margin in the final tally here. 9 points to 8 points. Is all that you lost by in the semifinals, my friend.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and calculate your. Well, you get -1 for losing, and you get no. Well, no, hold on. Let me catch myself here. Your 7-game win streak is gone because you just lost.
Yep.
You get +1 for your own mech destroyed, and then you get a +2 because your opponent's mech was utterly destroyed. So you actually have a +3 on your fans roll. Yeah. So go ahead and make a 2d6 +3, or just 2d6, and I'll add 3 to it for your to see how many fans you changed by.
4.
Oh,
that
wow.
comes out as a 7 with the +3. Yeah.
Yeah, and a 7 is going to give you no change. Your fans were. Your solid fans were like, yeah, that was good, but you didn't pick up any new fans.
Didn't pick up any fans, yeah.
Yeah. All right, for the Spirits, they get a +1 for winning and a +1 for 2 wins in a row. They also get a, where is it? +1 for their own mech being destroyed and a +2 for an opponent's mech being utterly destroyed. So that's 1, 2, 3, +5 total on this roll. So it's a 2d6 +5, 8, which I do believe is also no change. Nope, 8 is +1 fan. I did roll, if you noticed, I did roll for the to recover the Emperor. It was not recovered.
Yep.
Alright, now we do some math. Hardcore math. Which at this point for you is not a big deal anymore, but 9 + 8 is 17. Times 1.5 is 25.5. That goes up to 26. 26, that is not 26. 26 divided by 3 times 2 is 18. That goes to this team. And then 26 minus 18 is 8. Goes to your team. 8 times 16 is 128 wealth added to your 552 that you're starting with. 680 wealth total at this point. Real quick, the wealth values are going to substantially change going into the beginning of the next season, but I will discuss that more later when the time comes. Let's see. 18 times 9 for the Spirits is 162 gained. Oh, I didn't write it. Plus their 175. 337 wealth for the Spirits before medical and repairs and whatnot, which I will deal with tomorrow evening. And I do believe that is everything for the match. Foe, comments, things of note that you want to discuss for both tonight and the season in general.
Yeah, well, it was a good season. Had my unbeaten streak come to an end when it mattered the most. But I think this is something that Skylar would be very upset about. This basically boils down to like a referee calling the match. Basically, you know, the referee say, basically saying no, match is over, and probably could have stayed in it. And actually, I mean,
you
man,
only had
it's
2
just
more
so
rounds too.
Yeah.
It could have been a limited number of options or possible outcomes from
Well, the
this
big
point.
thing was you took so many hits in that last round to the center torso on that hunchback.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm amazed it's still.
I think that center torso had to be previously untouched in order to take 4 or 5 medium lasers. So that's like 20 to 25 points of damage.
Yeah. So yeah, that was big, especially another. Losing the. And even though it was the AC ammo that went off, I was keeping it around just for that last shot, and then of course it was that one shot that one round, all that was left. But yeah, it was probably dumb just because I had only fired off one salvo, but I shouldn't have kept the LRM ammo around that long, being that close, in with the other enemy, with the other mechs. And
I think that's what happened in the match I had with Darius, Industrialists versus the Dragonborn, regular season, probably week 3 or 4. it was an ammo that he should have dumped that went off and caused me to win the match and him to lose. No, it would have been week 3 because that was his. Pretty sure that was his final loss of the season. But yeah, dumping that ammo, especially LRM ammo, because at that point, that late in the match, by the midpoint, all the mechs that you were fighting were basically in your face. Of course, once again, I am amused, by the way. Once again, you're having problems with standing up. That plagued you the whole match, even once your general went down.
Yep. Yeah, and couldn't stand up the King Crab at all, and that's just what allowed you to get into the rear arc. I couldn't do anything, and it was just picking away at it, and eventually paid off.
Definitely had the heat problems too. I will say I don't recall if I forgot to look, but the fire starter was definitely dumping some explosively hot fuel stuff on you to keep you hot.
Yeah.
At its own heat expense, but that match, that last round, all it would have taken was probably 1 or 2 of those lasers to hit somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it would have made any difference as far as total armor value for the battle value, but I think if those lasers had hit somewhere else, you would have gotten a juicier critical. I'd already lost once on the gyro, so all it needed was 1 more hit, and that mech would have been out. Fortunately, it went in the favor of the Spirits, who, again, had a rocky start for the year, but now they're looking good.
Yeah.
Is that the sound of Darius joining us? I feel
yes,
like
it was just in time.
Just in time.
Yes,
Awesome.
Hello.
Awesome.
I am so sorry about being late.
No worries. I think we have Olaf kind of doing a double take. And we're like, holy shit, there's Darius right in time as his mechs are joining the field to take on the Industrialists.
Yep. I don't want to spoil anything, but I can't wait to see. Yeah.
But, all right, well, Fo, you're more than welcome to stick around. It's still, it's kind of late for you, actually.
Yeah, I got to head out. But yeah, it was a good match. And the one saving grace there was probably just rolling that 6 on the pilot recovery. Just good to keep her around for, potentially going into the next season or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That'll definitely help you out in that regard. Well, congratulations on making it as far as you have. Congratulations on being the only team that was undefeated the entire regular season. Weird, I think, personally, that it was the Spirits that defeated you tonight.
Yeah.
The only team that defeated you this year. This season, anyway.
Yep. Came back and, won when it mattered the most.
Yeah. So,
all right.
In the meantime,
have a good night.
Yeah, have a good evening, my friend. In the meantime, Darius has joined us in time to do his match tonight, the Dragonborn versus the Industrialists. So we'll go ahead and start getting that set up. Darius, whenever you're ready, please join the server. It is up.
All right. Which version do we use?
48.
Damn.
Yeah, I was waiting for that response. Okay. Then load unit list. And there he is. All right, so unfortunately, Darius, of course, missed all the beginning stuff, so we can take a moment, though, to talk about his mech choices. Of course, we have his normal King Crab, Spider, and Griffin lineup, something that we've gotten used to seeing over the last few weeks. Of course, he's going to be going up against my team, which, slight modifications on my end. I've got the Atlas, the Star Slayer, and the Jenner. So now we both have an advanced mech in this match. Looking at the pilot scores, the pilot skills, we've got, I think overall, the Industrialists have the advantage because of the regular pilot who is replacing one of your pilots that is injured this week. But other than that, you have the advantage in pilot scores. I think, well, maybe not, actually, because you've got the 4-4 and the 3-3, but you also have the 0-1, which is going to be damn nasty to deal with on the field. Care to comment, my friend, on your lineup and other choices you've made at this point?
I look forward to ripping you apart.
I don't know if I like the way you said that with such almost not quite vitriol, but it certainly had vitriol qualities to it. I do have a about 350 point advantage in battle value. Our tonnage is the same. Of course, I've got the standard Atlas and the slightly heavier armored Jenner, along with the Star Slayer, which is an advanced medium, which is basically pretty much a laser build. But yeah, Darius, unless there's anything else you want to talk about, go ahead and take a moment to review your pilots. Make sure I got all the correct information in there. I do believe I do. But otherwise, once you're ready, go ahead and click done and we'll get this show going.
One second, I'm pulling up my document.
No worries, take your time. I'm feeling pretty confident I got it right this time, but you know, every now and again I screw it up. I'd like to say that I'm human, but it's probably more because I actually don't like Darius. Don't tell him I said that.
Uh-huh.
Ow, fuck. This will be the final match of the evening. Of course, there are 4 teams in the semifinals. One of those matches has been completed, and one team has already been eliminated. You were here to watch that. You already know what happened there. This is the other match. At the end of this, one of these teams will be advancing to the finals, and the other one will be crying in the corner somewhere. Or doing whatever it is that Darius does when he loses. 400, not even 400, 350 points in battle value is all that separates us. That King Crab, fucking scary. I have run quote-unquote simulations twice. I think I won on a technicality the first time, and it took a lot of effort to kill the King Crab in the second run. Mind you, I'm only playing against the bot. Darius can sometimes be trickier than the bot. Okay, alright, full disclosure, he can be trickier than the bot, period.
Alright.
Yeah, no worries. Also, choose the north side for me, please. The Industrialists do have the home field advantage here. And then whenever you're ready, please click on the done button, and we will kick this off. And I will play my second match of the night. Here we go. Alright, let's go, Mariks. Let's go beat the shit out of these Cretan bastards. Although I've been thinking about this, I think Olaf Krieg might have some Germanic ancestry, but I think he's probably... Oh man, I got a lot of woods to get through. Fuck. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Actually, that may not be quite as bad. Put him here. Put him... Let's put him... Shit, where do I want to put him? Here. And then... So, Darius, just for your edification, as much of a fan as I am of the Mariks and how much the Marik Industrialists have been my team this season, there is a scenario where I may have to play the Spirits against my team, the Industrialists. If the Mariks win tonight, the winner of this match will be the away team in the finals match. And because technically the Mariks are an NPC team, even though I've been running them as the game master, I have to play as the Spirits because they are the home team in the finals. So I may very well end up having to play against the bot, against my team that I've been leading all season. What a kick in the dick that would be, huh?
A little bit.
And of course, because I want to try to keep it fair, like, I gotta play, you know, as, I guess, aggressive or whatever as I normally would. You know, I can't play differently because I want the Mariks to win. Like, I actually have to make the effort for whatever team I'm playing as. because otherwise it's not fair to the rest of the league. So there's actually a half decent chance, slim perhaps, but a half decent chance that the Spirits end up taking the Trinity Cup this year. Running low on time. Is the time clock still running for the deployment? I don't know if it does or not.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I see.
Not for deployment.
Okay. So you can take your time with it then. Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Alright. Looks like you've got the upper hand in initiative, but I kind of expected that because of how the tactics bonus works for you. Looks like we got the Atlas and then the Jenner, and then your Griffin and Spider with your King Crab moving last. And that's probably going to happen a bunch.
I hope so.
Oh, I'm sure you want that, because moving that King Crab last is going to be so good for you.
Yeah.
Like, it hits so freaking hard at such a decent range. Moving it last means you will have a significant advantage over your opponent. Me, that is. Let's see where he puts the King Crab. Of course, the King Crab doesn't have a lot of movement options. It has a 3-5 movement profile. But it has apparently tucked itself under the backside of a rock, so that's cool. My Atlas is not in a position to be able to fire at anything. Oh, you know what we forgot to do, Darius? We forgot to add your end of season regular sponsorship thing. I forgot to do freaking faux hammers too. No, he doesn't get another one. Season, end of regular season, and only the number 1 and number 2 team. Let's see. Jenner eating a bunch of LB10X pellets. Light damage. Jenner misses. Star Slayer misses. That's it. That's all we got. Darius, on the next screen, once you get done going through all the damage resolution, go ahead and let's do your sponsorship roll real fast. Where are you? Right here. Sponsorships. I just need first thing I need is a 2d6 to see if you actually have any sponsorships available. Ow. Totally just bashed my elbow against the side of my desk. It was not a pleasant feeling.
Do I get any bonuses to this roll?
I do not have any recorded for you.
Damn it.
Alright, so a 5. Let's see. No sponsorships available or interested. Alright, so I'm going to roll 2d6. I also don't have any special modifiers for this one. Rolled a 10 for the Mariks. That gives them sponsorships available. Just roll 3d6 really fast to see what they get. No modifiers. An 11. Maintenance repair costs reduced by 5. Where are they? Maintenance repair costs reduced 5. End late 3022 and 3025. Ow, fucking Christ. Ugh, I gotta stop smacking my damn shoulder here. Alright. Cool, we got that resolved. Heat is fine. Nothing standing out. Initiative. My Atlas moves last. That's helpful. But I don't like how I have to move 2 of my mechs before you move all of yours. Shit. Let's see. 8, 12, 8 versus my 7, 11, 5. Let's see. Alright, let's see what you're going to do. I want to say what I think you're going to do. But I don't want to influence what you're going to do by saying what I think you're going to do.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Damn. I don't like some of these numbers I'm looking at here. I feel like I'm about to start eating some PPC rounds too. Oh, the Jenner has made his shot. Whatever it's going to be. So there goes the king crab. Now we just gotta wait for the spider to get his 2 little medium lasers in on the Jenner. Alright, let's see what kind of damages we got here. All of my shots on the spider missed. That's some bullshit. Let's see. Large laser, and a medium laser all hit the king crab. Putting the king crab at light damage. And then 16 out of 20 missiles hit the king crab. And the Jenner just lost an arm. That is going to take it up to heavy damage. That's not good for my my team there. King crab also plumping a bunch of rounds into my Jenner. More pellets. And all mechs are still standing. Spider misses on 8s. Got a little bit of melee action going here. I think one of those 2 mechs is going to go down. I don't know which one. Oh, wow. The spider. Damn near loses a leg. The spider is now up to heavy damage. And it's still standing, though. Impressive. Alright, we got some heat buildup on the Griffin, but nothing else too crazy. Going now into round 3, and it looks like my Atlas and Jenner will be moving last. My Star Slayer moving second. Alright. That's not what I want. Alright, fine. The silence. The silence of a king crab about to get eviscerated. Let's see. Right torso re-rolled with edge. 2 edge remaining for the pilot. Large laser hits. Medium laser misses. Medium laser misses. SRM4 misses. AC 20 hits the right arm. It's a head hit again. More edge being used up. Oh shit! That AC 20 hit you in the head, but got re-rolled because of edge. That just saved your pilot's life. Holy
Yep.
shit! That would have been, wow. That would have been the second pilot kill tonight. Let's see, 20 damage. Medium laser. We got some internal slots on the king crab going away. That takes it up to moderate damage. Let's see, a shot on the Jenner misses. Jenner's shots miss. King crab hits the Atlas with a little bit of everything. Literally. Both big boys still standing. Eight heat buildup on the Star Slayer. Everybody else is man. Oh, I take that back. King Crab is at 10 heat.
Yeah.
King Crab is moving first, followed by the Star Slayer and the Atlas, and then the Spider, and my Jenner, and lastly the Griffin. That's not looking very good for me on the initiative there. Hey, what's going on, Dragon Man? Welcome to the show. Please call me Omar. Although on this show it's Olaf, but that's a technicality because of role-playing characters. Let's see. Is 1, 2. That is also level 2. Get out of here. That Griffin moving last has me slightly concerned. Oh my. That spider just zipped across the battlefield. That's impressive, actually. And cue the Griffin, fucking up any plan I might have here. Alright. Alright, let's see what happens. I have submitted a fire plan. King Crab has made its shot. A little nervous. I think my Atlas is going to take a bunch of heat. Possibly the Star Slayer. Star Slayer's probably going to eat some lasers on the backside. Griffin is awfully close, so he's probably going to be shooting at the Atlas. Just calling it like I see it. Uh-oh, something just died. Oh, man. The AC-20 hits the right torso. Again, it hit the head at first. And Edge is the only thing that saves Vampsy. She still takes 2 damage from the ammo explosion. Oh, man. Well, that's a kill for the Atlas. I didn't expect it that early. Let's see. KGC. 1. Vampsy takes 2 damage. Let's see. Even the Jenner managed to get hits in. Not that it matters now. Let's see. King Crab dishing out as good as it takes. But why is the King Crab making a piloting? Oh, wait a minute. The King Crab's not dead. It had case, didn't it? Son of a bitch. That's gonna fuck my day up. God damn it. I forgot. Oh, man. I'm so used to ammo kills. Oh, man. That King Crab is pretty well fucked up, though. Ah, left torso destroyed. Limb blown off. And it's a symmetric build, too, so that doesn't necessarily cripple it based on reducing it to no firepower, if I'm not mistaken. Ay. Alright. Yep, I called it. The PPC firing on the Atlas, and it's now going to be super hot. Alright, let's see if we can't finish this King Crab off. You know what? Why can't I kick the Griffin with my Jenner?
Because you're.
Oh, yep, turn to way. I forgot about that part. Yep. Well, through all of it, the King Crab is still standing. Oh, dear. Star Slayer taking internal damage now. From a kick from the King Crab. Alright. Things certainly got spicy. I definitely got my hopes up super high. Totally forgetting about fucking Case. 8 heat buildup on the Spider, 7 on the Atlas. Speaking of the Atlas, it moves last after the King Crab. That's scary. I gotta do some tactical thinking here. Oh man, that King Crab is neutered. It doesn't have any weapon systems. I mean, it's still a fucking nasty force to deal with on the battlefield, though. Holy crap. Alright, let's do this.
Took out both torsos?
Evidently. Doesn't have any weapon systems left. Or, even the ones, and the ones it does, it doesn't have any ammo or anything in them. I missed that when I was reading through it. Let me look at that report again while I have a moment. Round 4. Let's see. Oh, the SRM-6 hit the King Crab with 4 missiles, taking 2 damage to right arm, right torso that transferred. Center torso takes damage. Left arm takes... Oh, that's the ammo explosion damage, isn't it?
Don't even know. I'm really not happy right now.
I can imagine. Let's see. What am I doing here? Damn. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Large laser hits the leg, 1 armor remaining. Medium laser miss, medium laser hits, transfers to the center torso. AC 20 on the Griffin's right leg, now taking internal damage on the Griffin. Let's see. A couple other things. The Griffin fires on the Jenner. It hits. Griffin falls over. Pilot passes the seatbelt check. Now the melee phase. DFA hits. Spider takes 10 points of damage, 5 to the left arm, 5 to the center torso. Takes 1 damage to the right torso. And the attacker takes some damage. Both mechs are still standing, surprisingly. Spider's at 11 heat, Griffin at 7. All other heat is manageable. Moving into the 6th round, we've got the Atlas moving last, but my 2 mechs move before all of his. And then my Atlas. That's not helpful. What do I do here? Darius, I feel like you're moving that king crab in so you can do some kicking. Do you want to dance for the kick fest?
What else can the king crab do?
Fair point. I was just asking more because if I commit my Atlas to kicking the king crab, I'm hoping that you won't fire on the Atlas with your other pieces, and I'll leave your king crab alone except for the Atlas to kick it. This will be an interesting turn of events, I'm sure. And that griffin up close. Interesting. I can't help but wonder if that griffin just blasted a PPC into the back of the Atlas. We'll find out here shortly. Alright, Star Slayer. Removing whole portions of that griffin. Technically, it's not losing critical slots, I think. Yeah, double check the rules. I think technically the griffin should be at heavy damage, but see. Yep, PPC into the backside of the Atlas. I knew it. Don't blame you. I had to take the same damn shot. Let's see the griffin. What do I got your griffin marked at? Moderate. It did lose critical slots as it lost a whole arm. All right, let's see what we got. Let's do some melee. Let's do some kicks. King Crab kicks, does 20 points of damage to the Atlas's left leg. The Atlas kicks it back and does 20 points of damage to the right leg. A punch on the Griffin. Griffin kicked, but everybody is still standing after the fact. Moving into round 7 now. Got some heat management build, or excuse me, heat buildup on the Griffin and Spider. Heat management otherwise is fine. And moving into, wow, the Dragonborn are sitting at 32%. And the Star Slayer and the Atlas are moving last. King Crab is standing fast. The kick fight continues, I should say. Now to see where that Griffin is. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll just sit tight there. Wow, the Griffin takes a shot in the face, but it gets re-rolled to the center torso. Fortunately, the Griffin doesn't take enough damage to force a piloting check or fall over or anything, so that DFA is now going to be relying on the pilot skill to see if it hits. And the King Crab and the Atlas continue their battle of kicking. Looks like that DFA hit. No, it missed. Jenner is displaced. Griffin takes a bunch of damage and loses a jump jet along the way. Let's see. Left leg taking internal damage on the King Crab. The Atlas also taking internal damage on that left leg. Update my damage tracker here. Griffin, okay, got it. And we're good. Now moving into round 8 of the fight. Heat is basically negligible across the board. And it looks like the Griffin moves last. And Crab moving first. Alright, looks like my Jenner is moving first. I think what I need to do is get into a better position with him. Where can I go that is beneficial? You know what? Not expect that spider to make that kind of a move, to end up in the Jenner's rear arc. I should have counted it out, but here we are, and here we go. Alright, the Griffin is up and moving. That spider, for like the third or fourth time, has jumped and or ran with a bad actuator and managed to pull it off. Let's see what we got here. Star Slayer is taking some hits. I believe I have him marked up already. Yep. Let's see. Griffin takes a laser. Oh dear. Left torso blown off the spider along with criticals hits on the jump jets. Wow, no PSRs. Interesting. And now for the melee phase. Kicks. And yeah, kicks all around. Oh dear, the Atlas is crippled. That's not good. Alright, let's see. King Crab losing internal on its right leg. The Star Slayer does get some more critical slots on the spider. But the big move here is the 20 points of damage to a leg that was already half mangled. And then we have physical kick at the Star Slayer. Star Slayer taking internal. I've already got that marked. King Crab is standing. Spider is down. Atlas is down. Nobody injured in the falls. That's not good. That is not good. No bueno. Team 1 has won, however, with 78% damage destroyed of things.
So that was a simulation, right? Now we can go into the replay.
Unfortunately, that was not a simulation, my friend. That was a really good fight, though. Especially, wow, got knocked down to 66%. I took 12 to 15 points of, or percentage points of damage in that one round. All mechs are still in, all pilots are still in. The Mariks win with 3 victory points, not that it matters. There are no mech kills, so that's going to be really bad for monies. Let's see. Yep, 3 victory points and 1 victory point. Let's see. We'll do the Dragonborns first. -1 for losing. I don't think there's anything. Oh, I gotta go way back up. to where I want. There we go. No mechs destroyed or defeated. No melee kills. No explosions. So yeah, if you could roll a 2d6 for me there, Darius, to see what kind of fan mods you have, or not mod, but how much your fans change. A 7 minus 1 is 6. I believe that is no change.
Even with the ammo explosion that happened?
Oh shit, there was. No, you don't get the ammo explosion. You would get it if it actually killed the mech. Like, killed it.
Oh, okay.
So 13 fans. The Mariks now have +1 and another +1 for a 3-game winning streak. And that's it. There's nothing else in there, so a total of +2. I need to do my roll. Oh, that didn't actually even type. There we go. Wow. 4 + 2 is 6, so no change there. Actually, we get the 2 because of the sponsorship. Taking it up to 34. Total victory points there. Times 1.5 is 6. So let's see. 4 and 2. 2. So I earned 60 wealth. Take me up to 891 for the Mariks, and then for the Dragonborn, earning 26 wealth, taking you up to I don't want to do that math in my head. Let's see, 397 plus 26, 423. All right, I think that is all of the notes I need to take for the time being. I will update spreadsheets for the final run of experience points expenditures for those that need it. And it looks like our finals will contain, as I was jokingly mentioning earlier, because I did not expect to win this fight. I knew it was going to be a hard fight going in. But yeah, it looks like I will be playing the... Go ahead.
You got fucking lucky.
I did. I really did with that massive hit on the king crab. I really thought that in order for me to win, I would have to fight super hard to get a win. And that would have taken a lot of damage along the way. And taking out a big ammo hit, I really thought the king crab was dead too, and I forgot it had case. That's the only thing that kept that thing on the field. And then, if you had gotten that leg taken off the Atlas earlier, you probably could have stomped my Atlas and pulled off a win. But I definitely recognize I got super lucky with that. And I think all that fire, I know I kept putting a lot of fire on the king crab, but I was fully expecting a lot of fire in return to really mess me up, and it didn't, thankfully. Darius, say that again?
Because I kept missing.
Yeah, that was rough. Any other thoughts, my friend?
And you kept hitting my head.
I did. Oh, man. Twice, in fact. AC 20 to the head. Only Edge was saving your pilot. Which one was that? Vamsy? Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been the second pilot killed tonight. Another pilot was killed, but fortunately, Forehammer rolled the 1d6 and got a 6 on the pilot. So, that one died from ammo explosion, and in the ejection, something happened that hurt the pilot, and it took him up over the threshold, as it were. Any other thoughts or comments for not just tonight, but also for the preceding season?
Well,
I will say you had a pretty good run for the season, especially considering you started off with 0-3 by the midseason, and then turning it around and getting 4-0 by the end, 4-0 in the second half of the season. That was a hell of a comeback.
Yeah, and I still didn't come back enough.
No, but making it to the playoffs, no matter what team you're in, no matter where you're coming from, what record you have, all the other variables that can be thrown out there, making it into the playoffs is an accomplishment in and of itself. Even if you are knocked out in round one. I personally, this is my personal opinion. I really don't care what anybody says when it says, like, oh, they made it to the playoffs, but they got knocked out in round one. Yeah, but you know what? They made it to the playoffs, and a bunch of other teams didn't. So there's that to consider. Yeah, that was a good fight. Definitely went quite a bit more in my favor than I thought it would. And your performance over the season, I definitely had some concerns at the mid-season point about how the Dragonborn were going to continue. Not necessarily financially, because as I recall, you managed to do pretty good on managing your team and keeping your finances up.
Oh yeah, my finances are fine.
Yeah, where other teams that were in 0-3 positions, like the Spirits, for instance, and later on the Torian Nationals, having such a bad record and also not getting a lot of money for it. In fact, truth be told, the only reason why the Spirits are even this far in the season was because they managed to magically get like 10 wealth somewhere around week 4 or 5, somewhere in there. So, yeah, it was definitely a hard-fought season for quite a few teams, and the teams that made it into the playoffs, they definitely earned it, even if they did get knocked out this round. Probably not much consolation for you, my friend, but the Golden Suns were knocked out. Your Davion foes.
Yeah.
Again, probably not much consolation, but
Mariks that I'm upset with.
yeah, which is ironic because in a few years, the Mariks and the Caretans and the Liaos, they're all going to be good buddies. That doesn't happen for a few more years.
Yeah, I know.
And by good buddies, it's only because they're getting their ass kicked by the damn Davions and the freaking Steiners.
Yep.
Right. Anything else before I go ahead and start wrapping this up?
Yeah, how are you going to handle the transition between seasons?
The long and short of it is there will be a handful of dice that will be rolled to determine basically wins and losses for the 30-23 and the 30-24 seasons. Based on those results, of course, we'll make determinations as to who wins the championships. And based on the total number of wins and losses and playoffs appearances, that will set the wealth for the teams coming back into the 30-25 season. Basically, the 8 teams you see on the board now. Any new teams will be starting at, I believe because I just wrote some of these rules up over the last day or two. I believe brand new teams, I believe they're starting with 5 wealth. There's also a few other things like you'll have to make choices based on which mechs you currently have, because you'll have to get rid of a few of them potentially. Because I don't remember off the top of my head how many mechs you have in each weight class. But you will get to keep your advanced mech. I believe you only have the one. Or do you have a Warhammer as well?
I've got a Warhammer as well.
Okay, so you'll have to get rid of one of those two. Because I gotta try. The biggest one is trying to have parity between brand new teams and returning teams. Anybody with an advanced mech is only going to be keeping one, as well as additional mechs that they start with. So basically, I believe it's 7 or 8 mechs, based on if you have an advanced mech or not. Because you'll have 6 mechs that you start with. You can choose one of your mechs that you bring forward with you, regardless of weight class. I've got it all written down. I just got to actually type it up and post it. Wealth will be different. Fans will be adjusted slightly based on how things are randomly determined for the 23 and 24 seasons. And then sponsorships will carry over exactly the way they are. So if you picked up a sponsorship at the beginning of the season, it'll end at the beginning of 30-25. If you picked it up mid-season or later, it'll end mid-season or later in 30-25. Or something else, I can't think of it, other than SPAs. in a draft. Can't remember what the other one is. But I have a plan in place to essentially transition from the 3022 to the 3025 season. And some of it may be a little bit rocky, but I'm trying, again, the biggest thing I'm trying to do is have a little bit of a fair shot, basically, for the new teams that come in, so that when they're competing against everybody else, that everybody is not necessarily on a completely equal or level playing field, but at least the brand new teams will have a fighting chance, and they don't get smashed right away. On a positive note, your King Crab is repaired for your next match. You won't have to worry about making any rolls for that, along with the other two mechs you had, the Griffin and the Spider. And pilots will be healed.
You already did the rolls?
No, I'm just going to hand wave them because we're, for all intents and purposes, the Dragonborn are out for the rest of the season, so over the course of several weeks, months, whatever the case might be until the next season, they're obviously at some point those mechs will get repaired.
Right.
Same thing with Foe's mechs, although he did lose one. His Jenner was utterly destroyed. I'll have to do rolls for the Mariks and the Spirits mechs. The Spirits lost a mech. They lost their Emperor, their assault mech, so they're gonna have to purchase a new assault mech for next week, or come up with a better idea. Maybe a pair of Warhammers just to fuck with the Mariks. I don't know. But anyway, unless you got anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream and start getting this video posted to YouTube so people can watch it in the future.
All right. This is just really disappointing.
I hear you. I definitely understand where you're coming from. We'll talk a little bit more after this if you want. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Darius, anything you want to say to the good friends and viewers and people out there and in the future?
Yeah, don't rely on Edge.
Edge did keep you alive, though. But you're right, maybe relying on it. Having it as a nice little extra trick in your pocket never hurts, though.
Yeah.
All right, my friends, that is it for tonight. Join me again next Sunday as I stream the final match between the Sian Spirits and the Marik Industrialists. And I joked about it earlier tonight, but it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. I will be playing as the Sian Spirits, and I will be going against the Industrialists. The team I wanted to win will probably be losing because I'll be playing as the damn Spirits. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe they won't win because I lost. That's what'll basically happen. Anyway, join me again tomorrow night. We'll be doing some more Solasta, Crown of the Magister, Solasta with Friends, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it Conversations on Loading Screens. Or lately, it's actually become how many different ways can we get Liam drunk? Because he does shots or whatever for whenever things mess up. And then on Tuesday, we are looking at returning to Blood and Glory, where we should be finishing up the Battle of Lindsay in the year 490 AD. And then on Wednesday, join us again with Second Star as our players move to resolve a growing problem on a space station at the back end of the Ogoro system before they continue their journey onto the Beowulf planet, which is the next system over. And that will do it for the streaming for this week. Thanks, my friends, for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed the show. As always, come back on our next shows and see all kinds of crazy stuff, and sometimes mad shit-talking, and sometimes really deep theological... No, we don't really get into theology too much, but sometimes we have some really interesting conversations. Regardless, that is it for tonight. I'm going to get out of here, because if I don't push this button soon, I'm just going to keep rambling. So have a good night out there. Be safe. Do what you got to do to take care of you and yours, and I'll see you again, most likely tomorrow. Maybe earlier. Maybe not. Who knows? Be safe, my friends.
Later, everyone.